Well, well, well. It's Druid night. So, this game is basically my entire childhood. I've played this game so many times for so many years, but I haven't actively been playing for like 2 or 3 years now, which is almost unforgivable, in my opinion. So, are we actually on Season 12? It looks like it, so this will be Chrane 12. There are, if you've never played Diablo 2 before, there are a bunch of different types of characters you can play, and all of them have different skill trees and abilities. You have an Amazon, for example, who focuses on like melee abilities with a spear and not a spear and shield necessarily. She could, but usually a two-handed spear if it's melee. She could be running a javelin and a shield, and that could be melee or range, where she throws the javelin. Or she could go bow or crossbow. That's kind of her thing. The assassin is like either you put down traps on the ground, like engineer-esque in many games. You could do some melee type stuff with like fist weapons, like katars and claws and stuff. It's very cool. She's, I think she's currently in possession of the strongest build in the game. That didn't exist in the old game. It exists in the remake. So, yeah, they buffed the shit out of her, dude. She's super strong now. You have the Necromancer, which is kind of like a, you know, one of the people's favorites when it comes to, like, you know, just the stuff he can do. He has a bunch of summons. He has a bunch of poison attacks. He has a bunch of curses. A bunch of cool stuff like that. And the dude I'm about to play can mess with the Necromancer quite badly. And you bet I did as a kid. I messed with me and my friend when we were kids. He always played a Necromancer and I always played a Druid. And I kind of messed him up quite a bit. And I'll get to that in a second. You have the Barbarian, who is incredibly good at like magic find and stuff like that. Melee attacks a lot of the time, and he can also go kind of like a caster with a bunch of shouts. So like an AoE circle around him that does a bunch of damage and debuffs to enemies. It's kind of cool. I would say though that he's probably like bottom tier of all these guys, sadly. Even though he's one of the most iconic dudes in the game. But, like, if you're just casually playing, that doesn't matter. That's unimportant, doesn't matter. But, you know, it is the state of things. And then my second favorite, the Paladin. Now, this guy can run a bunch of auras that will buff or heal the team, which is sick. It will even buff or heal himself. It can make him run faster. It can do AoE fire damage by just having enemies around him. It's sick as hell. He can do hammers when he like swipes in the air and a hammer spawns around him, circling. And you can just spam that and a bunch of hammers start circling him, doing a bunch of damage. It's super fun. He's very good. And like I said, my second favorite character. And we have the most broken character possibly in a video game ever. Now, she can teleport, right? And the only thing limiting that is her mana. And you can just chug mana potions. So you can, and like after a while, mana doesn't really matter that much anymore. So you can just straight up teleport wherever you want to go, like as fast as you can. You can just like spam teleport around the entire map. And yeah, she's very good for farming. Because she gets everywhere. And then she has access to lightning, fire, and cold spells. She's very cool. Very fun. And then my boy, El Druide. El Druide. No, the Druid. So, this guy has been my go-to since I was a young boy. whenever I got into Diablo 2, I was very young. I was 5 when I played Diablo 1. So a few years later, I played Diablo 2, but by then, the expansion was already out. And the Druid and the Assassin come with the expansion. So to me, the Druid has always been in the game. He's always been one of the characters. And he was my starter, I guess, from the get-go. And he's always been the dude. And I've always, as a kid, I always played werewolf. But if you go straight into werewolf, you don't have an attack ability. So you're just normal attacking, swiping with your weapon, which is very weak. And yeah, so I was stuck on the second act boss for a long time as a kid. It was very rare that I even got past the first act, but as a kid, I just replayed with like a new character all the time. I never was interested in continuing where I kind of hit a wall, so I just restarted and did it all over again. And loved the early part of it. I still love the early part of this game. It's super good. But later, like way later, like just a few years ago, around when this came out in 2021? I think it's 2021. Like a year before that, when everybody was spending a lot of time indoors, I figured I should probably like actually try to understand the systems of the game. And I learned about rune words because I had been playing for 20 years without knowing about rune words. So, you know, I didn't know what they did. I knew about runes. I had no idea how rune words worked. Never put a single one together before then. And I played a shit ton leading up to the release of this remake. And yeah, now I know that a druid should probably not level as a werewolf until like level 45. You can swap over. Before that is pure fire. Just go fire damage all the way. So the druid can go summoning with like wolves and ravens and vine beasts and bears and stuff, or you can go shape-shifting into werewolf or werebear, or you can go elements, which is fire or wind. But yeah, we're gonna... Oh yeah, by the way, there's an insanely good feature in this called Toggle, where I can get really nostalgic about how it looked like when I was a kid. So, yeah, a lot's happened in 20 years, 25 years. The frame rate on this is insane, like comparatively. Oh. Kind of wild. I also feel like they've lowered the sound effects in the new one. Like in the remake. Maybe not. Maybe I just remember it in a very specific way. I don't know. Yeah, my boy. Love that shield. The Monarch shield. It's so cool. I'm spending so much time in the character creation, dude. Yeah. Oh, no, no. Come back here, Druid. Come back here. I will never understand why they removed the campfire from Diablo 4. Insane decision. Let's go. Season 12. Episode 4. No. Let's do this.
Good day.
We are, of course, doing this because PoE 2 is giving us a druid in like 3 weeks, give or take. So that's why we're doing this now. We're going back looking at the druid that started it all.
Hi there, I'm Charcy.
Seems like the volume's kind of low.
It's good to see some strong adventurers around here. Many of our sisters fought bravely against Diablo when he first attacked the town of Tristram.
And change it in there.
Was true veterans bearing some really powerful items. Seems like their victory was short-lived though. Most of them are now corrupted by Ondario.
Yes. Okay. So, is there something in here? Oh, 4. That would explain a lot. Here we go.
What can I do for you? Hi there. I'm Charcy, the blacksmith here in camp.
Thank you.
Oh, I like Geed. He's very funny. He has all sorts of interesting stories from the places he's been. I wish I could see the sights he has.
Yeah, Geed's fun.
Good day to you, partner. I'm Geed.
Oh, what's the zoom? There we go.
Good day to you, partner. I'm Geed, and I can already tell that I'll be your best friend in this forsaken camp. A spare weapon, some gold, a small gem is all I want in exchange for the equipment you'll need on whatever quest you might undertake. No, don't be shy. All of my items are guaranteed for life and come with a 2-day warranty.
That is a lie. So this is our Gamba man.
Good day.
Basically our gold sink. I'm gonna sell my shield for reasons I will explain.
And Dario's demonic forces have taken up residence in the forest as well as the monastery. I won't be venturing out of the camp. So if you need anything, I'll be right here.
Yeah, look at that. Crazy. The difference is insane. You know, let's play with the old school stuff for a bit.
Greetings, stranger. I'm not surprised to see your kind.
This is
here.
Uther from
Many
Warcraft.
adventurers have traveled this way since the recent troubles began. No doubt you've heard about the tragedy that befell the town of Tristram. Well, some say that Diablo, the Lord of Terror, walks the world again. I don't know if I believe that, but a dark wanderer did travel this route a few weeks ago.
What a
He was
coinkydink.
headed east to the mountain pass guarded by the rogue monastery. Maybe it's nothing, but evil seems to have trailed in his wake. You see, shortly after the wanderer went through, the monastery's gates to the pass were closed, and strange creatures began ravaging.
Maybe we
the
should watch a
countryside.
cinematic about that.
Until it's safer outside the camp and the gates are reopened, I'll remain here with my caravan. I hope to leave for Lutga Lane before the shadow that fell over Tristram consumes us all. If you're still alive then, I'll take you along. You should talk to Akara, too. She seems to be the leader of this camp. Maybe she can tell you more.
Thanks, Warreeve. So I should probably bump the sound a little bit. I love that the menus turn old as well when you do that. Bam. Okay, let's go watch the cinematic before we actually start playing, because I haven't watched these in a long time. And they remade these as well, so they are new. You can watch old or new. Let's watch the remade cutscenes, because I haven't seen them in a few years now. So I'm ready to get wowed. Opening. It's been so long. Do tell me if the sound balance is bad. Damn.
So, Marius, at last I find you.
Tyrael, yes. Yes, now I recognize you.
watching.
I've been searching for you for a long time, Marius. I was rather beginning to think you didn't want to be found.
Oh, forgive me, Tyrael, please. It wasn't my fault.
Not your fault. Tell me, Marius, how was it not your fault?
The Wanderer. Yes, it was the Wanderer.
I feel like the volume is so low.
My days at the Rogue Citadel seemed so long ago. I sought refuge from my memories in the company of other outcasts, high in the mountains past the Eastern Gate.
You want something? I don't know why it sounds like that.
Oh, I fought sleep for days at a time. For when I dreamt, the memories would return. Memories of the monastery and the evil which had claimed dreams, memories. I couldn't tell the difference anymore.
Hopefully that bumped the volume a bit.
Had the evil from my dreams followed me at my heels? How had he found me here? How could this broken shell of a man, barely able to carry the weight of his own sword, be the burning terror which drove me to hide here? He seemed to have demons of his own. He struggled to contain. And he was losing. As I watched, I became convinced that I was truly mad. The terror, the destruction, the evil I witnessed. How else could I explain them? Were these the demons from my dream, or were they born within the Wanderer?
It's so cool that they've just straight up remade these cinematics. It's the same voice acting, most of the same sound effects, just rebalanced. So cool. Yeah, that's way more clear than in the old one. Damn. Whispering his name. Surely nothing bad could come from this.
Why did I follow him? I don't know. Why do things happen as they do in dreams? All I know is that when he beckoned, I had to follow him. And from that moment, we traveled together east. Always into the east.
Hell yeah. Woo! Yes. Love me some good old Blizzard cinematics. Now let's fix the audio balance here. Do. This. I'm just gonna max out the game. And then we're gonna down a little bit. 23, I guess. Would be enough. Okay, Kasia.
Welcome, Outlander, to our glorious hovel. I know you're here to challenge the evil that's driven us.
I learned English from this game.
But know this. Akara may be our spiritual leader, but I command the rogues in battle. It will take more than just killing a few beasts in the wilderness to earn my trust.
Okay.
I don't trust many Outlanders, but Warreef seems fine. He never says much to me, though.
Yes? The fiery Kasia commands the rogue archers in battle. I've only spoken to her a few times, though. I get the feeling that she doesn't like outsiders very much.
Yeah, I got that too. She called me outsider twice already, so... Hi, Akara.
I am Akara, High Priestess of the Sisterhood of the Sightless Eye. I welcome you, traveler, to our camp, but I'm afraid I can offer you but poor shelter within these rickety walls. You see, our ancient sisterhood has fallen under a strange curse. The mighty citadel, from which we have guarded the gates to the east for generations, has been corrupted by the evil demoness Andariel.
Demoness is such a weird word.
She turned many of our sister rogues against us and drove us from our ancestral home. Now the last defenders of the sisterhood are either dead or scattered throughout the wilderness. I implore you, stranger, please help us. Find a way to lift this terrible curse, and we will pledge our loyalty to you for all time.
There's a den of great evil.
There is a place of great evil in the wilderness.
My bad.
Kasha's rogue scouts have informed me that a cave nearby is filled with shadowy creatures and horrors from beyond the grave. I fear that these creatures are massing for an attack against our encampment. If you are sincere about helping us, find the dark labyrinth and destroy the foul beasts. May the Great Eye watch over you.
And you, Akara. First quest. So the game has 5 acts. Every act has 6 quests, except 1. Waypoints for quick travel. Let's go. We sold our shield because if we get hit, we are like animation locked a little bit longer because of the shield.
So it begins.
Love the voice acting. So it begins. Get me level 2, I need skills. It's so smooth, dude. I mean, I've built a new PC since I played this last, and it feels buttery smooth. Like, I've logged in to, like, clear out inventories and stuff, but I haven't really played, you know? In, like, 2 or 3 years. Okay, so the thing about this game is that vitality is king. because there's this dumb thing called the stamina bar, and you will see on this yellow bar here, as I move around, it will decrease right here. And when that runs out, I can't run anymore, and I start doing this. I start to walk to refill the stamina. So you want vitality to get more life and also eliminate the stamina problem. Druid, we're gonna start doing this. Hiya! Because even though I will be playing werewolf, fire is the way to go as far as leveling goes. That's also fun for the, you know, the purposes of this playthrough, because we get to see a bunch of different Druid stuff, which is good, because we are doing this in preparation of the Path of Exile patch. Oh yeah, about the thing I did to my friend who was playing a Necromancer, is that Druid has a few different summons, right? There's a thing called the Creeper, right? And yeah, this thing, summon a vine that eats corpses. That is not the best thing to be using when your teammate is running a Necromancer, which needs corpses to summon skeletons. So basically, I had a thing going around, basically removing any chance he had of building a skeleton army. And I had a great time. Him less so. But I enjoyed myself. Come on! I guess we don't need this either. One socket is nothing. I will talk about sockets when we get further into Act 1.
This is where evil happens.
Is So you want to get rid of the shaman because they revive the small dudes. First quest, we have to clear this cave. Simple enough. Armor. A gray club. That means there are sockets. Gray items on the ground are basically white items, but they have sockets. One socket. Not needed. I guess we could put a gem in there. If we got one, so I'll drop the base club instead. Bonk. I have some, like, real bad toothache, man. I went in for a, like, I guess it's like a cleaning thing before doing a root canal. And it hurt for like a week, and then it stopped hurting, which apparently is somewhat normal. But now it's been almost one more week, and I think I've been grinding my teeth in my sleep because I feel like the protective layer they put on has like disappeared almost, because it constantly aches now, and it has been for like the past few hours. Not fun. It hurts. It's distracting. Hopefully I can get a hold of them tomorrow and they can do something about it. I need to buy a new mouse because goddamn, I keep clicking stuff but nothing happens. The left click has, I don't know what's happened with it. It's been freaking out a bit. And I also had issues with the cursor like taking over when playing Digimon as well. So there's all kinds of reasons to replace the mouse. First boss.
Not enough money.
And he's dead. We did it.
I need money.
Yeah, so a big thing about this game is all the potions. One of the things that I'm glad they changed in future games, though I don't think they solved the issue of potions, but I'm glad I don't have to carry around a crap ton of potions in later games. And keep in mind I haven't played in a long time, so I will be moving slow. I will be making mistakes. I will have forgotten things. We'll do my best though. Even more vitality. Pump it. Those potions are good for money. Should almost be done with this place now. Five more because we have the quest log pop up. Yeah. There they are. And voila.
Is that all of them?
What a sassy boy. And we travel to the next area. Get the waypoints and go back to town. I think throwing knife is good money. I'm sure though. Flavy.
Beware, the evil is strong.
Evil is strong. Is it Flavy or Flavy? Or is it Flava Flav? First waypoint. Let's go back to town. Turn the quest.
You have cleansed the den of evil. You've earned my trust, and may yet restore my faith in humanity. Your reward is training in the skill of your choice.
Wow! Thanks, Akara. A skill point!
Good day.
Let me check this. Druid. So that I remember my skill point spending here.
My rogue scouts have just reported an abomination in the monastery graveyard.
Oh!
Apparently, Andariel is not content to take only our living. Bloodraven, one of our finest captains in the battle against Diablo at Tristram, was also one of the first to be corrupted by Andariel. Now you'll find her in the monastery graveyard, raising our dead as zombies. We cannot abide this defilement. If you are truly our ally, you will help us destroy her.
Okay, so in Diablo 1, you can play as one of 3 characters: a warrior, a rogue, and a sorcerer. The warrior is the guy we saw in the cinematic with the shaky hand holding the sword, the soul leaving his body, you know, the wanderer. He's the warrior from the first game. He doesn't look that good because he defeated Diablo at the end of the first game. Took a thing called the Soul Stone out of his forehead, out of Diablo's forehead. And in order to contain the evil, he thought, well, I'm going to shove this into my own head, and maybe that will contain the devil. It's going, you know, so-and-so, as we could tell from that cinematic. The rogue is the lady we're about to go and shut down, called Bloodraven. And the sorcerer, well, who knows? Man, these damn sorcerers. These damn spellmen. So, you might be like, why did you replace that chest piece? They were the same. Well, this one has 2 sockets. What does that do? Well, we're gonna be finding runes later, and I'm gonna be putting them into the chest piece. It will make sense. Don't worry about it. Eagle orb. Click the thing, please.
Not enough mana. I need mana.
I genuinely don't have mana potions. I got 1, but that's it.
I need mana. I need mana.
Mana! Burial grounds, here we go. Gonna pop one of these in case we die.
Planting the dead. How odd.
Planting the dead. So I guess there aren't graveyards where you're from, Mr. Druid. Oh, there she is. She seems to be in tip-top shape. Try not to cast too many firestorms because I have no mana. I want to be careful with my casting, I guess. But as you can tell, melee hits aren't really that good. But then again, she can just move away from my spells, which is also not great for me. This is what the game looks like underneath the hood, so it makes sense that, you know, some hitboxes would be weird. Come on. Dude, we were stuck in some like cartoon running.
Your time is past, Bloodraven.
We did it. 2 quests done. Easy.
Good. I can hardly believe that you've defeated Bloodraven.
Yeah.
Though she was once my closest friend, I pray that her tortured spirit remains banished forever. You have earned my respect, stranger, and the allegiance of the rogues. I have placed several of my best warriors at your disposal.
We can now hire rogues, which is basically what the rogue playable class in the first game looked like. Bloodraven. However, followers in this, or mercenaries, I guess. Is that a bird in the game? What the shit? Basically, followers aren't that good, especially not early on. Like late game, you can get a really good one, but you need life steal, you need attack speed, you need a bunch of stuff.
Good to see you.
Before that, they are not that great. Okay, any sockets? Should get a belt. No movement speed boots. Need a belt because we get an extra row of potions.
I'll put that to good use.
This is not going to be worth it. How much can I sell the bow for? 566. Yeah, let's do it. She's not going to live through this either way, so might as well get the money.
It is clear that we are facing an evil difficult to comprehend, let alone combat. There is only one Haradrim sage, schooled in the most arcane history and lore, who could advise us. His name is Chrane. You must go to Tristram.
My boy.
Find him, my friend. I pray that he still lives.
Yeah. Go through the underground passage to the Dark Wood. Search for the Tree of Inifis and recover the scroll. Okay. Where is the underground passage? Well, figure it out. That's the type of game this is. There's no hand-holding here. Get the goblins.
Not enough mana.
Stony Field. Let's go. So this area, the road always leads to the underground passage, which is where we want to go. But there are 2 other landmarks in this zone that we might want to figure out before we leave. Here's one of them. That's good. It's very nice. I guess there's 3 landmarks. One of which you really don't need to pick up, but we'll keep an eye out. So we're looking for a book that gives a quest that we, like I said, don't really need. Because we can just walk into the quest area and get the quests. Not that important. But there is also a stone circle that we need for the quest we're on. So we should definitely try to find that now so we don't have to look for it later. Because while we're looking for it, we'll also be getting some XP, you know, when we fight stuff. Only 1 socket. I want 2. 2 sockets. Give me 2 sockets. Low quality. The gloves are destroyed. So where are those summoning stones? Another experience shrine. One thing they didn't have back then is timers for buffs. We've run the entire outer lap for this. Take the inner.
Not enough mana.
The book.
And so it... Not enough mana. And so it came to pass that the Countess, who once bathed in the rejuvenating blood of 100 virgins, was buried alive. And her castle, in which so many cruel deeds took place, fell rapidly into ruin. Rising over the buried dungeons in that god-forsaken wilderness, a solitary tower, like some monument to evil, is all that remains. The Countess's fortune was believed to be divided among the clergy, although some say that more remains unfound, still buried alongside the rotting skulls that bear mute witness to the inhumanity of the human creature.
Uh-huh. Well. Here we go. Here's the circle. The homie, Rakanishu.
I need mana.
There they are. Summoning stones. Bam, 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 bam. Go. I'm gonna have to BRB real quick because my tooth hurts, so I'm gonna I'm gonna go pick up an ibuprofen, I guess. Let's get to the waypoint.
I can't carry.
Give me a second. I'll be right back. Let's put that in a better place. Right there. Yeah. BRB. Uh-huh. This camera back on. What's up? Okay. Let's take care of some of the stuff.
Yes?
I mean, it's temporarily better. Buy some books. Because in these we can store scrolls of identify and scrolls of town portal. Not bad. Now I look like a dork. Lovely. Skull cap is so goofy. Stony Field, let's go. Could have put the chest piece in the stash, but I didn't. For reasons that I will keep private. I forgot. But I will not be sharing those reasons. Bro, click the text. Oh, yeah, it should be down here. There it is. Boom. Okay, now we need to find the exit from this place. First thought I have. Like, okay, we're in, let's get out of here. Get them. Where is that gosh darn exit? It's a rock. Yeah, let's cast through that. There is also a chance that we find a staircase to the lower level, which is not really what we're looking for. So we're basically holding out hope that we find the stairs up to the dark room. Oh my, misshapen. Uh-huh. I have Q as a health potion in some other games, so could have ended horribly.
I can't carry anymore.
That is true. So let's see what we can do here. Okay. Interessant.
Hello.
Money. Do. Okay. These things in here. We don't need any more keys. Oh, a load of them. Akara, I want to sell you my keys, which is useless, but still. We need to put strength 2 levels in there to be able to use this. So I probably shouldn't be bringing it with me in case we want to use that later. I'm gonna guess we're not gonna be using it, but you never know. Staircase? Staircase? Rude. Buckler? Yes, please. More mana potions. For everyone. I'm running out of stamina. Apparently I was prepared. I've gotten really lucky with stamina potion drops because I haven't bought a single one. Just been real lucky with those drops. Did he drop anything important? Apparently only gold. Is this the shorts area? No, it looks like there's a whole upper section to it, so we're probably not going to be clearing this floor. Is it just the hole that has a short second level? Scepter? Let's leave that place. God damn. More of that. Damn. You gotta backtrack like a lot. Bunch of guitar picks almost flew off my mic stand here. Two rings? Awesome. Lucky me. I love that I still don't have any even semi-decent gloves. Light radius. Energy. Well, energy is better than light radius because I do want mana. Let's go. Dude, where the hell is this exit? I would have been able to build an exit before this. Skimitar. Nope. Ethereal. Don't want that. So basically, ethereal items roll higher numbers, but they can't be repaired. So that's the drawback of that. There is a rune that makes items indestructible, but it's very rare, so I wouldn't put it in most things. Okay, now we're looking for the Tree of Inifis. Barbarian cap. I love this thing, dude. It's so cool. I mean, the remake one probably looks better even, but still, I love this thing. Back in the day. It's nothing special really, but it's like, that's the Barbarian helmet, you know, across media. That's the Barbarian helmet. For Carver, I want to fight Oozvex, okay? Hello. Our first spear. Look at those big boys. Might be better. Huh. Damage wise with the the spells don't scale at all with my weapon. I guess they do only scale with like skill level and stuff, so that makes sense. There you go. Tree. I am no tree. I am animals. Get him. Where's this tree, my guy? You've almost seen the entire area by now. Oh yeah, we need you too. Tree of Inifis. Please. Oh no. Dude, I'm having a hard time with the left click on this mouse. It's time to buy a new one. I haven't noticed how bad it was because I've mostly been playing Digimon, and I use a controller for that, so I haven't really noticed how bad it's gotten, but it's, yeah. Now playing a game where I need to click a bunch, the left click is shot. It's not in a good state at all. Very uncomfortable to click. So that's probably going to be my Black Friday purchase. A new mouse. Get them. Get them.
I need mana.
I guess so, yeah. I guess you do need it.
I need mana.
Well. A skull. Sick.
Not enough mana. I need mana.
Bruh. Where's this damn tree? I want to fight some trolls.
Not enough mana.
Ooh. Okay, charms. These basically give you a passive buff while they're sitting in your inventory. So we now do poison damage upon melee hits, I would assume. Never actually thought about that hard, so I don't. I assume it's only on melee hits and not like magic moves and stuff like that. Oh, I ran right past it. Here's the tree. This is the water. And that over there, that is the well. Now drink full and descend. Tree head. It was very popular. Ooh. Ooh. That's nice. That's nice. What's that one?
I am overburdened.
I don't care that you're overburdened, sir. Sir. Yeah. We also need to pick up the scroll. Do. Poison damage. Okay, level 8. Back to Firestorm. No, thank you. I'm good.
I can't carry anything.
Bunch of blue items. So we're gonna have to go back to town. Oh yeah, why am I not doing this? Hold on. There we go. That on left click and this on right. Why haven't I been doing that? I guess because I don't have enough mana to do that, so never mind. Do this. I'm thinking a few character levels ahead here. Let's go get the scroll. We need it. Rude pie. And to all this.
This
Scroll.
dead tree teems with energy.
It do. Sell.
Greetings.
I don't want the gold find. I don't know why I was still holding on to that helmet.
Very good. I have translated the runes on this scroll. You must find the cairn stones and touch them in the order that I have written.
The stones, you say? Well, lucky me. I know exactly where they are. We do have some items here, though. First. And honestly, before we go back to through the portal, we could check out the next area and see if we can find a waypoint over there. Why not? Doesn't hurt to explore a little bit. A nest. Nest of Gundarks. A nest of Gundarks, sir. Sir. Huh. Maximum damage. Don't mind if I didgeridoo. We are not very lucky with mana potions this one, though.
I can't carry anymore.
That hard leather armor could be very interesting. I want to know if it is. Need to make room in my inventory. Oh, yes. Very interesting. 2 sockets. Great. Okay. Where is the way? Give me the waypoint. Gloves. Finally. Yay. There's the waypoint. Okay. Camp, sell, fix the scroll.
Yes?
Oh. Not a perfect circle. Run ruined. Was there mana on the one I had in the chest? Yes, and hit recovery, so that one is way better. Whoop. Sail. Now we're going back to the stony fields to get through the portal to find something or someone. Who could it be? Find out next time on another exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z. There you go. Are you ready for this music?
Ah, yes. Ruins. The fate of all cities.
Help!
Such a good song. It's so good. Griswold, well, Griswold was the blacksmith in the first game, so, you know, this is a sorry place. The 3 years that went into the tombs or the cathedral were all driven mad. Townspeople didn't make it. It's, you know, Diablo is not a happy story. Let's just say that much. Fire damage, yes please. I also don't think they redid this song for this game because it's not on the actual soundtrack, so I think it is just the same song from the first game, just dropped in here. And I wish the newer games would just do the same thing, you know, just drop the old version of this song in the game. You don't need to remake it, but they keep doing that. This is Wirt. He was the Gamba boy from the first game, and this is his peg leg. Used to be attached. We might need that later. For a secret level of Moo. Possibly. Oh, nice. A bunch of mana potions. 2 mana potions. 2 whole potions. I think we've almost cleared out the area now. We don't need to, but... Hi, Deckard Cain.
Deckard Cain, leave this place.
He's gone. He closed the portal behind him. What a bee.
Greetings.
Greetings.
As a token of my gratitude, I will identify items for you at no charge.
Can't believe it took me so long to figure out it's just a Sean Connery impression.
I could do nothing to prevent the disaster which devastated Tristram. It would appear that our greatest fears have come to pass.
Diablo, the Lord of Terror, has once again been set loose upon the world. As you know, some time ago, Diablo was slain beneath Tristram, and when our hero emerged triumphant from the labyrinth beneath town, we held a grand celebration that lasted several days.
Sick.
Yet, as the weeks passed, our hero became increasingly aloof. He kept his distance.
Damn. Well, so I can't zoom when they talk.
Long ago, the Soul Stones were given to the Horadrim by the Archangel Tyrael. They were used to bind the three prime evils. I now know that even these holy artifacts were no match for Diablo's power. I hope that his two brothers are more securely held, but I fear the worst. As a token of my, regrettably, I could do nothing to prevent the disaster which devastated Tristram. It would appear that our greatest fears have come to pass. Diablo, the Lord of Terror, has once again been set loose upon the world. As you know, some time ago, Diablo was slain beneath Tristram, and when our hero emerged triumphant from the labyrinth beneath town, we held a grand celebration that lasted several days. Yet, as the weeks passed, our hero became increasingly aloof. He kept his distance from the rest of the townsfolk and seemed to lapse into a dark, brooding depression. I thought that perhaps his ordeal had been so disturbing that he simply could not put it out of his mind. The hero seemed more tormented every passing day. I remember he awoke many times, screaming in the night, always something about the East. One day he simply left, and shortly thereafter Tristram was attacked by legions of foul demons. Many were slain, and the demons left me to die in that cursed cage. I believe now that Tristram's hero was that dark wanderer who passed this way before the monastery fell. I fear even worse, my friend. I fear that Diablo has taken possession of the hero who sought to slay him. If true, Diablo will become more powerful than ever before. You must stop him, or all will be lost.
Sure. What could go wrong?
Quickly in and quickly out is all the advice I can give you.
Thank you, Cane.
The Sisterhood welcomes you.
You have risked your life to rescue Chrane. For that, we thank you. We must seek his counsel immediately.
Already did. Maximum damage. Well, that is better for melee builds. I'm not really doing that.
When I fled the monastery, I left behind the Horadric Malice, my enchanted smithing hammer. If you can retrieve it for me, I'll use its magic to strengthen your equipment.
Hell yeah. Oh, well, that, I didn't mean to do that. I keep forgetting you can just right-click stuff in this. For some reason, Path of Exile doesn't let you right-click stuff. I guess this doesn't let you equip stuff by right-clicking.
What can I do for
The
you?
PoE is like, you cannot buy stuff by right-clicking. You have to do Control left. I don't know why, but It is what it is. I kind of want a scimitar with 2 sockets. That'd be nice. You're not just gonna hand that to me, though. Black Marsh. Next quest. The tower. We are about to incorporate a tactic which is known as running away. So we're not going to be stopping that much now. There it is. We are going to be running through this tower a few times to get some specific rewards at the bottom. Because this tower specifically drops runes. And we want some of those. And runes in a specific order. Hey Mithrix, how you doing, man?
This tower was abandoned.
Runes inserted into white items, or gray items, because they need sockets. Inserted in a specific order and combination will turn them into new items, basically. Rune words. And that's why I've been looking for, you know, a number of sockets on items like this. All good, broski? Good. Glad to hear it. You ever played this before? Some people know this game like the back of their hand, and I assume there will be people watching this channel that are born after this game came out. Ah, okay. That's fair. This game was basically part of the holy trinity of video games when I was growing up. So I had turn-based with like, well, I guess Knights of the Old Republic is kind of turn-based, and Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. Those were like my go-to turn-based games back in the days, and Heroes 3, of course. And then the ARPG genre was dominated by Diablo 2 and Titan Quest. And then the third-person action genre was dominated basically by games like Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, and The Return of the King, like the actual movie tie-in games, because they are great. And I guess there was a lot of Halo and Unreal Tournament as well back then. So I guess there were more than 3 genres being played in this house, but they were like the big 3. But I would probably not want to know how many hours I've put into Halo. Played that an ungodly amount as a kid. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite different from Shadow of Mordor. I mean, it used to look like this. This is what I played for years and years. But then they went and remade it, and now it looks like this. So smooth. You just toggle back and forth. Oh, I didn't even see these ones. Hi. Go. Get away. Get away. Okay, here's the boss. Boulder. This predicament leaves the boulder quite unsure what to do. Tal. Okay, nice. I need a bunch of runes, so getting 2 Tal runes immediately is pretty good. So basically what she dropped was 2 runes. She has guaranteed rune drops every time you run through here. And Tal, the one we got here twice, is required for quite a few combinations that we need. So that's very nice that she dropped 2 of those. It's very nice of her. I feel like I've heard the name Kazan Berserker. I don't know anything about it, though.
The treasure in the tower were nothing but lies.
Oh, well.
I am glad you found something of value in that death trap. Would that our sisters had been so fortunate.
What a Debbie Downer. Oh. Life stolen per hit is very interesting. I feel like you don't find that often on such a low level item. Large bolts. Faster hit recovery is nice. Growing mastery, fine potion. Almost done with that one. So, let's look at the list of runes we need. Oh, we only need 1 Tal? Okay, I thought we needed way more. Okay, that changes things. So the first thing we're gonna put together is the helmet, chest piece. So the helmet is going to become a thing called Nadir. It needs Nef and Tyr. We have neither. The chest is going to become Stealth, which is huge. It's a great item. And that needs Tal and Eth. We don't have that. Then we can put together a staff. I forgot about this. Staff for Tyr and... So let's try to get a staff with 2 sockets. That sounds fun.
Hello.
Hello. Well, there you go. There's a... Well, it's blue, so never mind. It cannot be a blue item. We also could try to combo this... Well, I guess since we're not a sorceress, it doesn't matter. You can reset the vendor and get a different lineup of items, and as you can see, they can roll +2 skills. And if I was a sorceress, I would like this to have warmth and probably something else, because that's a good passive for sorceress. Firebolt is kind of nice. For my druid though, don't really care about that stuff, but this is a blue item, so that doesn't matter. It needs to be like short staff needs to be in gray text, so this could work. It's also a bit expensive, so I'm gonna try and re-roll it again.
Greetings.
Inferno 3. Getting some really good skill rolls here, but life stolen per hit, damage taken goes to mana, so that would be a decent werewolf item if werewolf is actually good at low levels, but it's not, which is very sad, because I would love to be able to play werewolf effectively from the get-go, but no. Not allowed. Whoa. Bunch of stuff in that thing. 17k? No. That's outside of my budget. There's warmth. No sockets though. So when I finally find this staff, I probably should have bought one of those earlier, but when I finally find one, it's gonna go from being like a very simple, basic white item to being like a huge power source for me later on. I think it requires level 19, yeah, and 2 runes. So when we get that, it's gonna be big, big time. There it is. 151. Yes, please. Take one of those. No bonus stuff on it, but it doesn't matter. That now requires... This requires what? Tier Ral. Then we could find some decent boots maybe with movement speed. That'd be fun. Make me zoom.
May I help you?
Yes, I'll probably take the faster hit recovery if we don't get anything else. No. Go. Hit recovery is from hits, meaning the stun duration is lower. Oh, there we go. Didn't realize I could pick up heavy boots already. Oh, look at that. Not insane, but not bad. I would have loved some simple, you know, movement speed though. That'd be fun. But these also don't do that much for me, so I'm gonna sell them actually. Get 2 more pairs maybe for all my gold. Oh my. Doesn't really do much of anything either, but it's fine. It's fine. We have a bunch of money here in like gems and stuff that we don't really need, so we could sell that. We are... Yeah, no. I probably want to keep the one with hit recovery, so we'll sell that. Does this look cooler? So we all know that's what matters. We like the orange though. We need this for now. Okay. Some more vendorin. I'm gonna keep this. Life stolen per hit is interesting. I don't know if it's good on that axe, if that's ever gonna get used, but I'm gonna keep it because it's interesting. Let's go sell and we'll go back to investing in more boots. That wasn't worth it. I should have kept my gems. Oh well. Okay. That was that run. Save and exit. And then we go again and clear the tower one more time. And hopefully we get some other runes this time. Good spawn. Okay. The map randomizes every time you start a game if you're playing online, which I am. Oh. A Ringu. I think we're going back to the Firestorm. Yes, indeed. Man. Alright, but I would have to replace the energy ring and I want the mana. Damn. This is not good. Okay. I got free. I thought I was done for a hot second there. A hand axe. So Mithrix, what's Kazan Berserker about? Like, because I've heard about that name a lot, but I have no clue what it is. Is it an MMO? Is it a comic book? Like, I don't remember in what context I've seen that name. Wolfhead! Yo! Awesome.
I can't carry anymore.
Ooh, +2 to werewolf, which I'm not using? Sick. Man, everything is basically telling me to go play what my heart wants me to play. Dude, the wolf health is so clean. It looks so good. Hopefully we get a bunch of these types of things for PoE 2. I mean, they will be cosmetics, sadly, but, you know, better than nothing.
I am overburdened.
I am overburdened. It's a hack and slash soul-slide game. Oh. Also skill checks and rage quits. Ugh. Yeah. I am not much of a Dark Souls player. I'll say that much. I do want to play through those games. I will probably do it on stream though, because I don't think I could get through them on my own. I don't think I have the patience. So I would probably be streaming that. Hard. It's a boss. There you go. It's Pupudon. Demon. I miss when they just drew a different color on top of an enemy just to be like, yo, this is a unique version of this this is a rare mob or something. They were like, he's just straight up blue now. Like, oh, okay. I can easily tell that he's different. Ooh. I don't do that anymore. I really shouldn't be spending this much time just fighting enemies and opening chests. That's not why I'm running through the tower. I should just be beelining for the bottom here to fight the boss. But I'm so easily distracted. Well, kind of. Another tower rune? Are you serious? Serious? Parker, get in here. Okay. Level 11. We're about to hit the big times. Next level is Fissure. Fissure is so much fun. It like opens up holes in the ground and everyone who walks over them take a bunch of damage. I love that spell. That's when this stuff really comes online. Okay. Reset. Really want those runes, man.
What you need?
I need a lot of stuff, Chelsea. I don't think you can help me. Scheming. Sell. The dream would be to get a wolf head with 2 open sockets. That'd make me a really happy boy. But, you know, that's awesome. Perfect. Get that. Now we can get steel if we want to, which is another rune word. Which is a decent alternative until we get the staff. I guess we could sell this? I don't know. I'll hold on to it in case. Another incredible spawn for the tower. This time I'm just gonna run straight to the bottom. Beeline. Hold to the left. Basically, there's a way to read tiles on the floors, and if you figure out or find the info on which side the door spawns, you can basically always end up going the correct direction. So I know it's on the left side of the spawn tile here, so sure, I come down this way, like looking over here, but this tile that I spawn on ends here in its connection, which means that from here the exit is to the left, because for this dungeon it is to the left, so I know it's over here. And now this tile connects over here, which means the exit should be over here somewhere. Could be over here, it could be over here, it should be to the left. There's a lot of stuff like that in this game. Since, you know, people have had 20-something years to take all the details apart. A lot of this stuff has been figured out over time. And, yeah, just readily available everywhere. There is still one area where people still haven't figured out what triggers the spawn location for a thing in the second act, and I think that's really fun. that it's been 25 years and we still don't know why it picks a certain direction for a thing to spawn. There it is. To the left. And this should be over here somewhere. Wolf had 2 sockets. Beautiful. Video game gods, you have blessed me on this day. This. And it should be over here now, realistically. In this quadrant. Oh, well. I'm being teleported around. Ow. I didn't pick a skill. Okay, I'll do that. Sure. I guess I'll spend the skill points. Javelin, spike club. I don't know. Light healing potion. Gimme. Ding. Yep. Now, if I could get something else besides a Tal rune, that'd be very nice. Yellow item drop. Woo! Something that's been happening in this genre for a long time is that basically the items along the way to like legendaries and unique items have lost all value, which is wild. So whenever like a yellow item drops in this game, it's like, yo, it's Christmas. It could, look at this. Look at those amount of things. This thing basically has all resist on it because it resists all 4 elements. It's not that much, but it's a really good shield. Faster block rate, increased chance of blocking, plus the life, resistances to all 4 resistant types. It's a sick shield. You don't really find stuff like that in other games in this genre. And that's very sad. Because it's really fun finding stuff. Like in this game, you could absolutely wear like a bunch of yellow items as your like best in slot stuff at the end. Which is sick. You need a bunch of luck to get them, but you can absolutely end up in that position, and it's sick. But the fact that a rare item, like a yellow item, can just drop during the playthrough of the story, and it could basically just bless your entire playthrough is kind of sick. Is she shitting me, dude? I got 2 more Tal runes. It's the one thing I don't want. Ma'am. I'm gonna ma'am her. That's how upsetting this is. Ma'am. Why do you do this? I need anything else, really. Getting the wolf head is sick, so we're getting rid of this. Instead, running the wolf head. Love that for me. My favorite piece of equipment in the entire game, so that makes me very happy. Just look-wise, it's not necessarily anything to do with stats, because as you can see, it's just a basic item with low defense with nothing but 2 sockets on it. So it's nothing special. But when we get 2 runes in there, it's gonna transform into a complete, like, almost like a unique item. With like a different name and a specific set of stats. And it's just gonna be sick. Well, this is just better than what I have. So let's get that. Do I want a staff in the meantime? That's an insane price. 31,000 Phoebus. Or energy. That's kind of neat. It's not that good damage-wise, but end to energy? That could hold me over for a while, I think. Oh, right. Have this. I didn't think that through. So I get 20 mana equipping the staff, which is kind of sick. Just in case.
Good day.
Good day. Okay, we roll again. Fire Emblem is like this, but once you meet your opponent, the battlefield changes. I like games like that. Yeah. Fire Emblem is something I want to get into one day. So far I haven't. I haven't actually tried. But it seems like a lot of fun. Level 12. Woo! It's time to get Fissure. What's up, Giants? Fire Emblem mentioned, yes indeed. Now, Giants, have you played this before? This time we actually have to look for the tower. Unfortunate. Hopefully that means we get some runes we want. Am I the only old fart in here? Someone has to have played this before. Only played D3 in couch co-op with a friend back in school. Okay. I see. Well, you're experiencing history right here. It used to look like this. We've come a long way. Ruby. I don't even remember what frame rate this is running at. It's like locked to maybe 24, something like that. It's wild that you can just swap back and forth and somehow it works. Even the one of the creators of this game was like, it's impossible to remake this game because of the locked frame rate. And somehow they did. I still don't know how they managed to do it, but you know, voodoo or something, I don't know. It worked. But the locked frame rate stuff is still running underneath. So there's like a layer of black magic on top of it. I don't know. It works. I'm happy. It's unfortunate though that the Warcraft 3 remake had to, you know, completely die for this to, you know, come out and be a really good remake. We don't get many of those. Ooh, Ranchar. That good at this level, but never know. Maximum stamina, extra gold from monsters. You know what? I'll take it. I like what I'm hearing there. So charms, like these two things here, are like stat sticks, basically, that you put in your inventory, and they give you passive bonuses. That's sick. I, like a lot of other people, wish there was like a separate inventory for charms so that I didn't have to put them in my main inventory to just take up space. That's something I wish they would have added with the remake, but, you know, it is what it is. It's a 25-year-old game. Can't have everything. The amount of stuff that's in here is like still some of the best in the entire genre. So, you know, it has that going for it. No runes? She hates me, dude. I didn't even know she could drop no runes. Maybe on some level I knew, but I don't know that that's happened to me before. Probably has. But the pure shock of it has erased the memory. Oh, I ran out of scrolls, that's why. Scroll lady! Give me scroll. What class did you play in Diablo 3, Giants? I feel like that says a lot about a person. If you don't remember what it was, describe what it could do. So I need to know. This is enormously important. Unironically, it's very important to me that I find out this information. Some more items in here. Some blue items. Anything back here? No. We go again. Now, this part of the game usually goes a lot faster because usually you find, well, not usually, but a lot of the time you get lucky and find some boots with movement speed, which makes this a lot easier. And, you know, oh, hopefully she drops runes, which also helps quite a bit. So far, she's not really cooperating. I played the Hunter class, the edgy dual crossbow one. My friend played Wizard, and we were very glass cannony. Yeah. I think she's called Demon Hunter? I think is the full name. It's been a long time since I played Diablo 3. I think she's a Demon Hunter. She's very cool looking. She's kind of based on the, well, somewhat based off like a combination of the Assassin and Amazon from this. Because the Amazon has all the bows and crossbows, but the Assassin has all the jumping around and like putting down traps on the ground and all that stuff. My boy right here, the Druid, was not even included in Diablo 3. And that does make me feel a certain kind of way about it. I'll be honest. It was supposed to be added, but they, you know, stopped supporting the game before they did. I mostly remember raining arrows everywhere while spouting edgy stuff. That, yes. That sounds accurate. And considering it's Blizzard and they make Warcraft, where in Warcraft the Demon Hunter is Illidan, who is one of the edgiest characters I've ever seen in a video game, it still stays true to the essence of a Demon Hunter. I think that's his actual class even. Been a while since I played Warcraft in any capacity, but I'm like 99% sure he's a Demon Hunter. Tried it. Raining arrows is such a cool move, by the way. It's very clean. very fun, most importantly. This time, here, yo, we get a tier room. It's one of the ones we need. Now we just need F and something else. Ow, and Ral. We need Ral. It's insane that she keeps dropping one room though. Last time we didn't get any. Right, I can keep forgetting Chrane identifies everything for free.
Yes?
It's been so long since I played. Magic find? Yo. Yo. Okay, which item needed tier? Nef tier for the helmets. And here Ral for the staff, but the staff is level 13. No, the helmet is level 13 and the staff is level 19. We're going helmet first. Just like when we go into the ocean. We go helmet first. You don't swim with a helmet? Weirdo. Take another key. Good sir. And we go again! I still need Nef, Tyr, and Ral. So how's your day been? I woke up at 6 a.m. to hand over my car for an inspection of my AC unit. And instead of taking the bus home, I walked around in town for 3 hours before it was done. Last time, when I left my car for the yearly service, I left the car at 7. I took the bus, and I stepped off the bus, and I got a text message saying it was done. So this time I wasn't leaving, because I do not want that to happen again. But that meant that I was walking around between 7 and 10. So that was fun. I've gotten my daily steps in before I even went to work at 3. So that was a day. It was a whole day. I was finishing my... Is that Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, what does YGO mean? Is that smoke effect thing supposed to be so funky looking? Like from the house or from something else? Because it used to look like this. No, it looks like this. I don't know. I have no clue. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay. Brain rotted? I mean, I feel like you're in the right place. I feel like everyone like involved in a I don't know, a YouTube live stream, like probably has some form of brain rot or something. I know I do. You had some stealth effect or something on your character? It sounds like I had a shrine or something, maybe? I don't know. I don't know when that happened. I could, like, rewind the stream and check, but I don't know when it happened, really. Or was it when I summoned my fire? My ball. It's the edge of the map on top of your... Oh, okay, that's what you're seeing. Yeah, it's the overlay map. I'm that horrible type of player where I have the overlay map on essentially all the time. Because that's what I'm used to always be, like, This is me in the map. I hate it when it's in the corner. And newer Diablo games don't let you have the map overlaid like this, which is insane to me. But they're like, no. But the player base is like, can we have this back? No. But we really want it, but no. But please, we do kind of prefer having the option to... No. Oh, okay. Meanwhile, another game in the genre called Path of Exile that is the reason why we're doing this stream, because they are releasing a Druid, finally. Path of Exile allows you to have the overlay map, even though it's not Diablo. They're like, hell yeah, take the overlay map. Go nuts! I forgot we had this. We have a better move than what we're using, but we're still using fire for some reason. We're just picking vitality now. Good! And Feezer. And free skill points go to Firestorm. Nice. This thing hurts. Yeah. Hey, mover baby. Oh yeah, Time Stranger does have the overlay map. You're right. Navigating Time Stranger forced to put the map in full mode all the time. It just confuses me when this half transparent version. Yeah. It's you can set the opacity of it. I think I have it at like 50%. Yeah, I have it at 50. I think lots of the isometric view RPGs have an on-top map. I guess 14 also have one. No, it doesn't. Well, it does have a map, but if you open the map, you basically have like this. You have an open box with the map, but then you have to close it, you know, to do stuff. So. It's not great. But I also don't think I would like an overlay map in an MMO. I don't know. The classic MMO solution. Oh yeah. But like in MMOs, I'm like conditioned to the corner minimap. I don't know, it doesn't feel weird in those games. But in this, it's like you're traversing huge maps and there could be like enemies around any corner, so you might want to see exactly where the room turns. So that's why I think it's a pretty big part of this genre to have like the overlay map ready. And in some of them you can even see markers on the map for the enemies, and yeah, I wouldn't want to be looking off in a different direction because my monitor is quite large. That's also a factor that I think they're just completely ignoring. Damn you devs. That is pretty good. Faster cast rate, my goodness. Magic damage reduced. That is not bad.
I am overburdened.
Bumped it in with the staff. Poor guy.
I need
your blood will boil. LF. That's a full rune word, I think. Yeah, that is stealth. Well, glad we got F. We needed that. Prevent monster heal, yo.
I can't carry anymore.
There we go. Huh? We don't even need to go back to town. We could just leave right from there. Okay. LF. Sick. The chest piece is done. So here's what happens with the runes, right? So you can see why I'm doing this dumb repeating pattern that I'm doing. So the runes in the game, there's like 25 of them, I think, total. But some of the, you know, these are more common ones. We're just on the first difficulty. There's 3 of them. And these runes, even though I have 4 Tal runes, we have Tyr, we have Tal, we have Eth. If you put them into a gray item, which is a white item with sockets, if you put runes in the correct order into an item, it becomes a specific item. That usually has some property of what the runes give. So armor is like poison resist for this rune and regenerate mana for this rune. So what if we put Tal Eth into this chest piece? Well, it turns into stealth, as you can see at the top there. Stealth, the base, which is hard leather armor, the rune order, which is Tal Eth. Now it got a level 17 requirement because of the Tal rune, which requires level 17. But instead of just getting poison resist and mana regen, you can see that we got like 8 more things because of that specific order of runes that we just put in. And this is one of my favorite systems in this entire game, because we just basically took a garbage white base item with nothing on it except sockets and made it into a really good item. Now, Tal Eth into an armor always turns into stealth. It always turns into this. If I would have put Eth Tal, it would have just had regen mana and poison resist. Nothing else. It would not become stealth. It would just be a base with those 2 runes in it, because that's what the 2 runes does. But this becomes a rune word and becomes like a really good actual item. So it added faster run speed, faster cast rate, which is the delay in between you being able to cast moves, because the spell casting delay in this game is based on frames, like a fighting game. So you have to reach certain break points in cast rate to increase the cast speed, basically. And then it added fast recovery, dexterity, maximum stamina, and magic damage reduced. So it added 6 things beyond the 2 we were getting from the runes, which is sick. And there's like 30 plus of these things in the game. That's a cool system. Are the buffs of these rune words static or random in some way? They are static. They are... You're basically invoking the rune word to like recreate a mythical item, basically. And the only thing that changes is what type of base you're using. So the hard leather armor that I used here, the thing that looks like this, would have had different stats if it looked like this item, because that would be a different base. And this has like, well, 13 defense there. This one has 21 defense. And that's based on the base armor you're using. That's the only thing that changes, really. And the base you're using is going to change the strength requirement for if you can equip it. So this requires 20 strength because of the base. This requires 12 because of the base. That's basically the only thing that changes, what the base has on it. For some cool stuff, though, is that some items, like this helmet, can be a gray item, but it could roll plus to some skills. Like this could have, like this helmet, it could have +2 to werewolf, which is a skill to turn into a werewolf. I could have that on here, and it could still be a gray item. It can't be a blue item, it can't be yellow, it needs to be a gray item to do this. It needs to be a basic bitch item. You can't use like a souped up super item and then create a rune word. That's not how it works. It needs to be the lowest tier of item. But it can sometimes roll with some stats on it. I don't know that any of these did, so I don't really have a good example for you, but it could have +2 to werewolf and then like +2 to fisher, and then I could throw a rune word on top of it, and the plus to skills would still be there. So that's kind of a cool thing. You can like make a rune word on top of an already pretty decent basic base. That kind of comes into play later with that type of stuff, with more stats and stuff like that, but it's a really fun and very unique system. I don't think I've seen anything like it really in a different game. Now, of course, I haven't played every video game, so there's bound to be something similar to it out there. But I haven't seen it personally, and I really like it. And I played this game for, what, 20 years without knowing how that system worked? So, yeah. Seems like a very interesting system. I'll definitely take some inspiration from that in the future. Hell yeah, man. I'm shocked they haven't put it back in future Diablo games. Like, it's not in 3 or 4. There is a rune word system in 4, but it's nothing like this. It's very different. I don't know. I think it's just one of my favorites. Oh, I've been really lucky with the tower spawn here. Right next to the waypoints. Yeah, I think it's such a cool system. And it's just not come back. Hello, rare mobs. Teller level 3. I think the music is a huge part of the atmosphere of this game too. It's so good. The vibe is there for sure. Bullets. This time went real fast. I'm already at the bottom here. Lady, give me Tyr and Ral. Please. Oh, Tyr. Well, she heard me. Now we only need Ral. We're almost there. Guess I wanted to focus on more on systems that are a bit accessible for the less hardcore players. Jesus. It is always a weird balance to find for new systems. Yeah. Like they are in a place where they kind of need to do some. Oh, I had Tyr. What the hell? Oh yeah, I did need one more Tyr. Never mind. We're good. They are kind of in a place where they need to do something, you know, something different. Because they're just kind of not doing it. And they're kind of just treading water at this point. So I feel like they kind of need to implement something that you know, grabs people's interest, because the game is not doing that great, like, critically, at least with players.
The Order welcomes you.
And I feel like bringing back, like, they did announce runewords for the expansion we're on now for Diablo 4. But then the system appeared and it was very different. It was only like never more than 2 runes. And it always was like one of them triggers a thing and the other rune is the effect of the trigger. And I'm like, that's not how rune words work. This is just cause and effect. This is completely different, but that's the system they gave us. And the people were disappointed after being really excited. So, you know, it's a shame. I want them to do well. That's the annoying part. I'm like, yeah, bring back the franchise I love, but they just keep making weird choices that I just don't really understand. Because the weird thing is that this genre was never like casual friendly to begin with. And I think it's with Diablo 3 where they took a turn, like a huge turn, where they tried to open up the game for console. And I mean, that's their choice to make. I'm not gonna criticize them for wanting to make the game available on more platforms. Like, that's, if I was making the game, I too would like to be making more money, you know. never like a surprise. But I think it came at the cost of some systems, and I don't know. I think like Diablo is, you know, it's not something you would expect like your young cousins to play. Like, imagine you have cousins that are like, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old. You don't imagine them to be playing like this game. Even though I was a kid when I played this, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't expect couch co-op between 2 8-year-olds playing a game like this. But that's kind of what they made 3 into. And I think 4 just doesn't know what it wants to be. Oh. Pleasing any long-standing player base is very difficult when also trying to keep new players around. Trust me, I do that for a living. Ah. Also, 3 was my gateway into more RPGs, so it kind of works. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, to me, a person who bought the game day 1 and was like, yo, there's a new Diablo, and then ultimately, like, kind of fell out of love with the franchise because of it. I feel like it's a double-edged sword, but, like, yes, it absolutely does a good job of bringing in new people. I'm never gonna argue that. I think it's a very effective way of doing that. Is that it's such a departure from how this game works, and I don't think you could make this game today and have it be successful. Like, I'm not under any illusion that this game could come out now and do good or do well. I don't think it could. She seriously gave me a towel room again. I need Neff Ral, okay? Please. I'm level 13 already. What the hell? Usually I beat this act at level 14. I've been really unlucky with my rune drops here. Stay a while and listen.
Good day.
gold. Another faster cast rate ring. Yo, FCR, my love. So we have plus 30 to cast rate now, which is sick. That means we're probably hitting some breakpoint, I would assume. That's awesome. That's actually perfect. Runes! Where's the damn tower? I feel like the whole situation with Diablo is kind of why Path of Exile exists to begin with. Like, not exactly, but why it exists in the way it does. Because Path of Exile is way more hardcore leaning than Diablo ever was. But the, like, the real, like, sweaty player base for this game is like the perfect, like, what's the audience, I guess is the word I'm looking for, is the perfect audience for Path of Exile. Oh yeah. The fact that we didn't have a third Diablo game for like 13 years is kind of a huge part of it too. Because we got Diablo 2 and then we just didn't get any more because they shut down Blizzard North, which is insane. Blizzard North created Diablo 1 and 2. They also created Battle.net, which is, you know, kind of a huge deal. It's not only Blizzard's main platform these days, where they sell games and use as a launcher. It was also like one of the first online lobbies for games in general, and it came from Diablo 1. But no, they shut them down. And we lost their Diablo 3 with it. Never getting that game. I'm not at all salty. Only a tiny bit. We need that shield, because that is very yellow. That's a lot of stats. Nothing crazy though. So we're selling that for big bucks.
I can't carry anymore.
Yes, you can. Drink a potion. My biggest problem with this game is the constant potion drinking, because you have to have a bunch of potions in your inventory all the time. And this might be like one of my favorite games of all time, but I will absolutely critique it where it deserves it. I also think it could have had like 1 or 2 more classes. There's a few years I started following more the people behind each studio than the studio itself. Yeah. It would be interesting to know what these people do nowadays. Well, a few things. The guy who was basically like the main guy but behind the Diablo franchise is a dude called David Brevik. He went on to make another game in this genre called Marvel Heroes. So it's just like this, but you play a bunch of Marvel characters. And it's so cool. And then he left the company after a few years because apparently it was a nightmare working with Marvel because of all the licensing stuff. Did we fight her already? Where did we do that? Yeah, so he left the company because, yeah, he wanted to do his own thing. There she is. Because licensing the IP of Marvel was apparently, like, not fun. Too many hoops. And, yeah, he went to create his own, like, indie studio thing where he has done, like, I don't know, 2 games or something on his own.
Not enough money.
And just working with companies doing these types of games now as, like, consultant work and stuff like that. Just showing up, helping out where you can. But then when he left the Marvel Heroes team, it got a new CEO, and then the company basically imploded in, I don't know, a year maybe. And yeah, that game doesn't exist anymore, but there's like a community effort to rebuild it. So it is playable, but it's one of those jump through hoops thing in order to play it. But it is a really good game. And the other guys behind this game went on to make the Torchlight series, which is also in this genre. But it's a more cartoony looking game. But Torchlight 2 is a very good game. Very good. The other Torchlights I'm not that huge on, but Torchlight 2 is very good. Marvel licensing can be very hit or miss, I heard, but not as bad as the Warhammer IP. Yeah.
Hello.
It's wild though, because they give Warhammer to anyone. But yeah. There are so many damn Warhammer games.
Greetings.
Greetings. Tower? I may have been really unlucky with the actual drops, but I've been really lucky with the tower spawn. Like, it's a huge area where this thing could spawn, but it's almost always next to the waypoint for me this time, which is nice. Still need Neff and Ral. I haven't even found an L, which is the lowest one. It's 11:15. What the hell? Jesus. What even is time? Does it work? No clue. Give me my damn rune. Level 5, that was fast. Where is she? No, you. If cannot believe. I cannot believe! This is decent though. God damn. A game where white items and yellow items are worth keeping? Insane, I say. Insane! Bruh.
Good day.
The Order welcomes you.
Ith. We need Ith. No. Unless we make a malice, but I don't think we need that. I'm gonna move all the potions into a separate tab. And then I'm gonna move all the gems into a separate tab. Go buy more boots. Give me boots.
What you need?
Need a lot of stuff, Geed. Give me some decent boots. Want movement speed, Geed. Sad times. Nothing good. Nothing good. How could the Gamba man not give me good stuff? Isn't that like his job? Okay, now the tower seems to be a bit further away, though. Look. I'm gonna guess it's across the river. Well, so far no tower. This is what it could have been like every run, by the way. That's what I mean with I got real lucky with the spawn. There it is. Tower. The tower. Level 2. probably over here. Which makes little to no sense if you heard me talk about the fact that it spawns to the left. There's an explanation for it, but I don't remember why that can happen. I guess it's because technically this door is to the left of this one. It's on the left side of this tile. Some dumb nonsense. Some dumb nonsense. Are the stats you're looking for a personal preference, or are you doing a meta build? I am basically doing a meta build for leveling, yeah. Because it's a, 25-year-old game, basically everything's been figured out. So I know when to put in stat points into my stats. I know when to put skill points into my skills. It's all there.
I need mana.
Your blood will boil.
No, you. LF tier. We finally got an L room. My goodness. Just because it's figured out doesn't mean one needs to adhere to the meta. Sometimes it's fun to do some weird stuff and see what also works. Yeah, I played that way for 20 years. I started following the meta when the remake came out. Before that, never looked up a single guide, just played. So at this point, like actually following builds and stuff is new to me for this. That's why I do it. But that's also kind of like one of the big problems with this genre, because kind of all of these games, you basically turn into a meta slave at some point in almost all of them, which is unfortunate. But that is kind of typical for this genre. Tier FL. Tier L for the scimitar. Tier L. Okay. We have a second rune word. Right now, this is just a gray scimitar with 2 sockets. Nothing interesting. But tier L turns it into steel with a bunch of stuff on it. Still can't even see all that stuff. There you go. Attack speed, enhanced damage, minimum damage, maximum damage, attack rating, open wound. There's a lot of stuff on this thing. It would be really good if I used melee attacks. I'm a caster, so this doesn't really do that much for me. But it's always nice seeing this thing pop up. We still need Neff. And what else? Neff Ral. I don't know why it's taking so long to get all these. Man. Usually goes way faster than this. That's RNG. Oh, lucky spawn again. Insane. Why am I not healing? I'm not even clicking the heal button. Run. Taj. Come on, Countess. I don't think so. If Al, you've got to be kidding me. What is going on? Nafral, please. I swear, when she actually drops it, she's gonna drop both at the same time. That's usually how this goes.
Good day.
That is... Oh, repairs durability? Yo, I was like, that's unfortunate that that is ethereal, because ethereal cannot be repaired, but it has repairs 1 durability in 33 seconds, so it auto repairs, so it can't be destroyed. Cool. That's a really good shield. Like, for a level 5, that's actually insane. Resistance is king. So that shield can hold for a very long time. Basically acts 1 through 4. Because you get a better one in Act 5. But that's actually awesome. If I had rolled this on like a late game item, this would have been one of the craziest drops in my life. Like that's how insane of a combination this stuff is. That's really cool. I'm gonna keep this. Okay, video game, can we please make sure I get the things so we can move on? Please. I wanna go finish the act. I also want boots with movement speed. I'm not asking for much. Just a few high-value runes and some dope stuff to put on my feet. Which will magically make me faster. Please. Here it is. Forgotten Tower. Oh. Countess? Ral! Finally, now we only need Neff. We're finally making progress? Are you serious? Oof. Thank goodness. Okay, we finally have the second rune for the staff. That's going to turn it into level 19. So tier Ral, just double check. Tier Ral, yes indeed. So basic staff with damage to undead, as they always do. Tier Ral. Now Leaf. Bunch of stuff. It adds +3 to all fire skills. Huge. It adds 5 to 30 fire damage. Now, just for comparison's sake, my weapon gives 1 to 4 fire damage. This gives 5 to 30. Huge. Now, there are some stuff that is for sorceress only, like Inferno, Warmth, and Firebolt, which means I do not get anything from those. But a sorceress would. Now, I get defense, I get a bunch of cold resist, and I get mana after each kill, which is huge. There we go. Now we have stealth and leaf. Now we need a Neff to build our Nadir. That's done. We can keep moving forward onto the next fight. I already have a helmet, so I don't need a second one that I'm putting stuff in.
Good to see you.
Chrane, identify my stuff.
Good day.
Thank you.
Not in town.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I'm level 15, Jesus. And I'm not even at the boss yet. Oh yeah, thanks for hanging out, Giants. Take care of yourself, man. I'll be back in a few days with some Digimon. I'm not fighting anyone anymore in here. We're just running. Oh. It's fine. F out. Bruh. Neff. Give me Neff. Please. I beg of you, video game. Oh, that works. Level 3. Again, level 5. Hopefully this time she will have the decency to give a Neff. Yellow Wolf Head, we might not need the Neff anymore, depending on what's on that. We got the Neff. Okay, so that's the key. Got the Neff. There it is. Finally. Now, did we just get a wolf head that makes it redundant to use Neff? About to find out. Not really, no. That's not that good. Yeah, that doesn't really do anything for me. So, glad we got the Neff. We're getting out of here. We can finally move on.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. So, this Neff rune right here, right, is gonna enable a bunch of stuff. So first of all, double check the order. It is Neff tier. So boom, boom. Neff tier. Enhanced defense, defense versus missiles, defense versus missile, 5 to strength, 2 mana after kill, minus extra gold from monsters, and light radius and cloak of shadows that I will not be using. So this is just a very defensive item that gives the important stuff is strength and plus 2 mana after kill. That's like what we want from this. So, equip. Now we can finally start moving towards the end of this act, which is nice. I really don't have any better gloves than this. And I've just been rolling for boots this whole time. I should have probably been rolling for gloves.
Good day.
Good day. Do you have chain gloves, or is this the wrong act for that? Doesn't look like it. What if we buy some of these boots and hope for, you know, hussars? That is technically better. Rough. Well, we can equip steel if we want to, so let's do that. Why not? You know, let's actually sell this stuff to Akara. She fully heals us, and that's sick. Sorry for the yawning. I have been up since 6 a.m. It is quarter to midnight now. Okay, so where's the exit to the next area? This looks right. It is right. Welcome to the Tomoe Highland. Now, the thing is, we don't need to follow the map here. We just need to go northeast. Or, we don't need to follow... That made no sense. We don't need to follow the road, is what I'm trying to say. We can just go northeast, and we will always get there. Always. Northeast. As was stated in the cinematic. You were all there. Surely. We are about to...
Evil flows from here.
Yes, indeed. Come a long way. It's still so crazy to me that it's just a filter on top of it, basically. The old stuff is still running underneath. Okay, so the portal is on this side, which means the door should be over here, I think. If I remember my maps correctly, it should be over here. If that's the spawn side. Right? Yeah, it is here. Okay, so there's a boss in this area that I want to find. Damn. If only that thing had 2 sockets instead of ethereal, that'd be sick. But then again, I can't use it. Or at least I can't get like the bonuses from the plus stuff because it's sorceress only. And I'm not that. I'm a druid. Boulder. Round charm. I accidentally drank all my healing potions instead of using my ability. Where's the damn boss? Where is he? That sounds like something. Amethyst. Immune to fire? Well, I guess
I can't carry him.
He's not immune anymore. Attack rating? Nah. There's the staircase. Where's the guy? Sir? Are you hither? Art thou hither? Or art thou thither? There you go. I got a copyright claim yesterday after the Digimon stream for one of the songs in the area where I spent basically the entire stream. And it's just like a long held note. There you go. There he is. The Smith. AKA the Blue Butcher. But yeah, that background sound that someone has, you know, apparently made us a song, got a claim yesterday, so I was like, what the? What do I do with this, you know? So I basically disputed it, and they just released it, which was nice. I appreciate that. Very weird, though. Hasn't really happened to me before. It's a lot of gold for a staff. Cool. Cool.
Good day.
Good day. Now, I don't know about any demon presence, but there was a huge dude walking through here without a head. That's the type of stuff he says. Like, I don't know about any of that.
Oh.
But he was carrying his head underneath his head, his arm.
Oh, I like.
Okay. I accidentally skipped her dialogue, but she's like, thank you for bringing my malice back. I will enhance an item of your choosing. Go ahead. And I will not be using the imbue thing before I'm like level 80. So that's just gonna sit there. I won't be using it. Okay, Kane, give me the last quest for this.
It is certain that we face the Demon Queen, Andariel, who has corrupted the rogue sisterhood and defiled their ancestral monastery. This does not bode well for us, my friend. Ancient Horadric texts record that Andariel and the other lesser evils once overthrew the three prime evils, Diablo, Mephisto, and Baal, banishing them from hell to our world. Here they caused mankind untold anguish and suffering before they were finally bound within the Soul Stones. Andariel's presence here could mean that the forces of hell are once again aligned behind Diablo and his brothers. If this is true, then I fear for us all. You must kill her before the monastery becomes a permanent outpost of hell and the way east lost forever.
Yeah, man, that doesn't sound like a good time. So, you know, let's solve that. Andariel. So basically, like, there's, let's see, there's 7 greater evils. 3 prime evils, who are like the big bads, and then there's 4 lesser evils, which are like their younger siblings.
Force of nature.
Diablo, Baal, and Mephisto are the big 3. And they're the 3 prime evils. And now one of the lesser evils is apparently doing goofy stuff. So that's what we're looking for. I want a waypoint and I want a staircase. Basically, I want the waypoint so that I can teleport back here, even though I never will. And I want the staircase so that I can move to the next area. We got the waypoint so that I can teleport back here, even though I never will. Perfect. We have a level, which is sick. Ocean. Where is the staircase? Oh. I've run way past it, I guess. Probably down here. Down in the bottom corner. Beautiful. We have a staircase. I think there's 3 floors to the jail. And then somehow you come out at the surface after 3 levels. Don't know how that works, but I won't question it. It gets me out of here, so I'll take it. I'm really starting to, you know, I'm really getting tired at this point. Thankfully, we're almost at the end, though, of this act, so I can go to bed soon. I'm having a hard time keeping my eyes open at certain points. But then I'm also in insane pain from my tooth. So I don't know how I'm going to be able to sleep. I don't know. One of those things might cancel out the other, so I might have a normal night's sleep. That'd be fun. Been a while. There we go. Staircase to the inner cloister. We went down 3 levels and then went up 1. Now we're at the surface again. Somehow. Long set of stairs, I guess. Let's go into the catacombs and head to the final encounter of this act. Nothing will go wrong, surely.
I sense it. The supernatural is strong here.
You cast fire. What do you mean? There we go. Stairs. And on level 2, there is a waypoint. So let's find that. Click it. Waypoint. Where we want to go. Perfect. Got all of them in Act 1. Awesome. Feels good. Where is the staircase? Now, the catacombs go to level 4, though. So we need to find 2 more staircases. Just imagine if I was a sorceress, I could be teleporting around everywhere. Though I think that requires level 18, so never mind. At this point, I wouldn't. But soon, TM would be able to. If I was a sorceress. She got teleport for days. Come on, give me the last set of stairs for this act. Come on. Come on. There. Come on. Or staircase, I guess. A cheap topaz. No staircase. Is it actually just in the other direction from where I started on this floor? Just straight up over here. So funny. It'd be so funny it was over there. That's so close to where I started. Great. Let me out of here, please. Bully demons. There we go. We're on the 4th floor now, which is exactly what we want. Quest log is like, yo, how about you kill Andariel? I will as soon as my inventory is empty. In we go. Time to fight the last boss of Act 1. This guy. Clear out this room. The boulder exploded on top of him. The boulder feels conflicted about these statistics. Here we go. The room. There she is. Ah. Oh. Are these blood fists? Yes, they are. That's fun. That's a good drop. It's a like physical item for someone who uses like a melee weapon, but it's still a pretty damn good drop. Hit recovery and life, dude. I'll take that. Jesus, give me that. 40 life is huge at this point in the game. Ah, a long bow. Could we do something here to make room for that? That maybe? Inventory thing, and drink that. A full-on topaz. Mana. Oh, a crystal sword. Fun. Yeah, so that fight didn't last very long. It was way quicker than I expected. Probably because we spent so much time grinding for runes. It's like this is a level 13 area, really? Level 16. I don't know what to tell you, dude. Rogue encampments.
This is a great victory indeed.
Woo.
But many more battles await. I will accompany you on your journey, lending what assistance I can. Remember, Diablo is still out there, seeking something in the desert. I'm afraid that this nightmare will not end until you find what it is that he seeks.
Dun, dun, dun.
Andariel's death brings about renewed life for us all.
Woo.
We mourn the loss of our dear sisters, but at least now we can get on with our lives. I may have misjudged you, Outlander. You are a true hero, and testament to the noble spirit which has inspired our order for generations. Farewell, my friend.
She might only have a limited roster of friends, and since we, you know, killed her old one, maybe she has room for a new friend now. Maybe that's how she works.
Finally, we may rejoice. We owe you a debt we can never repay. I only hope that in time, we will be able to rebuild our order. All our thanks go with you, my friend.
Thanks, Akara. Thank you. Finally, Charcy.
Good day.
Nothing to say.
You'll probably go east now. It was good to know you. I hope you'll come back if you ever need anything.
Yeah, probably a helmet at like level 80, 85, somewhere around there.
Greetings. I'm gonna party like it's $9.99.
Okay. I'm not even gonna question it. The only thing missing from his exit speech there was like a wink to the camera. Can we get some Hussar's boots, please? Really red boots. Oh, that works. Oh my goodness, that is basically what that is. So faster run walk, enhanced defense, maximum stamina, all these are kind of whatever, but better chance of getting magic items. So we got movement, speed, and magic find on the boots. Sick. Sell these to get rid of them completely. Got a bar. Easy. Look how much faster I move. Unironically though. Jesus.
Good day.
Zooming. Nadir. Awesome. We're about to be able to equip stealth as well, which means 25% more run walk speed. So that's gonna be huge. We are doing that before ending stream, by the way. Okay, Warrive, send us on our way and let's watch the cinematic. Let's go.
The caravan is prepared.
Thank you, Uther.
We may now journey eastward to Loot Golane.
Loot Golane. Let's go east.
We traveled east, over the mountains and into the vast deserts of broken lands. As the days passed, my companion told me of himself, that he had once been a great warrior, and that a dark and secret burden now weighed heavily upon him. We traveled for an eternity across that arid wasteland.
Still can't believe it looks so much like the originals. It's crazy.
And always a dark cloud seemed to follow us just over the horizon.
It's like my old boss whenever I came to work.
The journey ended. We climbed the last bridge.
Years ago.
There below us lay our destination. The shining jewel, Loot Golane.
I never knew there was an ocean behind it. Yeah. Even says so, and I never saw it in the old one.
We made camp that last night. Perhaps it was the warm desert wind or the sound of the ocean, but for the first time in many weeks, I slept. However, the dreams returned, but these were clearly not my own. I beheld a vision of a great man, the mage, Talrasha. You were there too, Tyrael.
What's up?
I remember seeing you in my dream.
He's so
His
cool.
brethren had cornered a great demon in Baal, the Lord of Destruction, who had been set loose upon the world. They attempted to imprison the demon within a sacred stone. Yet when their attempts failed, Talrasha selflessly volunteered to contain the demon within himself, completing the prison. He instructed his brethren to bind him within a tomb, buried under the sand, there to wrestle with the demon for all eternity.
Now you know what I seek, Marius. This is my brother. Sleep now. We set out with the dawn.
Oops. Complications. brother.
The next morning, we walked over the hill toward Lane. I had no idea then of the horrors that were in store for me there.
Yeah.
Greetings.
Jaren, what's up?
Greetings, honored traveler. I am Jaren, Lord of Lane, and I bid you welcome to my fair port city. I'm glad to know that once again, caravans are free to travel through the Western Pass. For some time now, we have been under siege by an evil power that I cannot identify. Strange, it all began when a dark wanderer came this way, looking for the tomb of Talrasha.
Oh, really?
No one knows exactly where Talrasha, keeper of Baal, is entombed, but it is certain to be far out in the desert. Now my people whisper tales of the dead rising from their tombs, and horrible creatures lurking amongst the moonlit dunes. Even I have witnessed things which I cannot explain. I've ordered the port closed and all trade ships moored until I am sure that my city is safe. Atma, the tavern keeper, has an important mission for you. Go see her immediately. You'll find her on the other side of town. Now I must return to the palace. I apologize, but I can't invite you in. Things are rather a mess right now.
Uh-huh. Surely nothing weird going on.
The chief is an honorable man, but I fear that he is growing impatient with me about impounding his ship. I dare not tell him what's really happening in this city. For trade in magic and the like, see Drognin or Lysander. Drognin is the wisest man I know, without equal in magic and ancient lore. Poor Lysander is nearly deaf, but he's a reliable potion chemist. For travel back west, see Wariv, whom you already know. Our own Farah is a fine and honest armorer, and she can heal wounds as well. Elzix is the innkeeper, and may also have some items to trade. Grays, the mercenary captain I hired to secure the gates of Lane, keeps order in town as well. There are others here too. I'm sure you'll meet most of them. Just look around.
Damn, look around.
Now that Andariel is dead, I can return and outfit the rogues properly. Once I've made some trades here, I'll be free to head back to their monastery. Let me know if you want to travel along.
Sure thing, Uther. Uther Lightbringer?
Jaren has his father's strength and wits. He's young, but he rules this place with wisdom and care. I think he'll grow into a fine sultan, provided we all survive this crisis.
You know, I think you're right. Okay. Let's just quickly exit town and get to level 17, equip that new sick chest piece we have, and then call it quits for the night. We're immediately just getting a bunch of rare items. That's fun. Oh yeah. Should adjust the volume. Act 2 has some of the best music in the entire game, in my opinion. Almost level 17. Come on, enemies. Line up. There you go. Level 17. Cool. See how insanely fast I'm about to move. So this is my current speed, right? Now if I were to put on the new chest piece that increases my movement speed, I will move like this. I'm basically zooming by now. So much faster. It feels so much more responsive. Love it.
I've heard that you are responsible for banishing Andariel back to the burning hells. I'm impressed, stranger. That couldn't have been easy. My name is Drognan, and I know what you're up against, my friend. You ought to look over my inventory of items for trade.
Now this guy is a great vendor if you're playing a necromancer. So he can have some sick wands with 2 open sockets that you can use to make a rune word called white. And it is very strong. Chrane?
Yes?
Thank you.
I know much about the ancient religions. I was trained as a paladin of Zakarum in the Eastern Koras Temple many years ago.
Oh my. I always thought of this lady right here as kind of, what's her name? Ripley from Alien. I don't know, she always just gave me that vibe. Nothing crazy here. I would like one of these chest pieces with 2 sockets to replace this thing because I love the look of this. This thing also looks really good on the Druid. So that is also an option. But for now though, I think that is where we're gonna leave off for tonight. I will not be streaming tomorrow. Tuesday is off. But I will most likely be back on Wednesday. Check. Yeah, not doing Tuesday. I'll be back Wednesday. And on Wednesday, I think we'll be continuing Digimon. So I'm gonna schedule a Digimon stream for Wednesday. And yeah, that'll be it for tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. Next time we play this, I'm gonna equip Leaf. So that's gonna be sick. That's a great staff. But yeah, we got some pretty good stuff. We found an okay staff for casting because it has a bunch of energy. That's basically it. And we made steel, which is fun. I don't really use melee attacks though, so it doesn't do much here. And then I found this, which was very fun. Really like that. And we made Nadir in a helmet. We just finished stealth with the chest piece. These are rune words. We found an FCR amulet. That's faster cast rate. FCR 10%. FCR ring. FCR ring. And then we found Blood Fist from Andariel, which is great for faster hit recovery and life. An okay belt. Faster hit recovery. Bit of strength and some fire resist. And some decent boots. We got movement speed and magic find on them. So overall, this is a pretty decent run so far. got a bunch of runes because she refused to drop an F rune for me, so that's fun. And then we have the leaf staff waiting for next time, so that's good stuff. Good stuff. So on that note, everybody, I'm gonna wrap it up there. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.